Facebook SEO name. So for instance, if you're in, let's say, Los Angeles and you're selling something along the lines of chiropractic services, so what you're going to type in is Los Angeles Chiropractic. You're going to try to get that name. Now, if that name's taken, you're going to try to do another one. But basically what you want to do is you want to try to figure out exactly what somebody's going to type in. The next thing is you want to secure your name. What this means is you cannot change your Facebook name. What you're going to have is a bunch of just numbers until you secure it. In order to secure it, you have to have at least 25 fans. And I'm going to tell you how to get 25 fans in the next slide. Now, in order to do this, I'm going to show you how to change your name here. What you're going to do is you're going to use the click down arrow over to the right. You'll see this on the right side of your Facebook fan page. This will be the name of your Facebook fan page. This will be the home, and then you're going to click the arrow. Once you click the arrow, you're going to see this screen pop up, and you're going to click basic information. And then this is where you're going to be able to change the official information. Okay. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to say, I'm going to make my Facebook SEO name Los Angeles Chiropractic. Then you're going to come in here, and then in the information section, you're going to put Los Angeles Chiropractic. Does that make sense? Because then what happens is Google now says, all right, well, the name of the page is Facebook Chiropractic, and the information, the first heading on the Facebook SEO page or fan page is also Los Angeles Chiropractic, which then increases your Facebook trust ranking, or your SEO trust ranking, which then helps you get to the top of the search engines. Now, the fifth thing is we want to focus on social proof. What you're going to use is a website called Fiverr, Fiverr.com. What you're going to do is you want to get your first 25 fans. This way you can actually get your username, as I showed you in the last slide. Also, what you want to do is you want to get 200 fans before you run any Facebook ads. This is Facebook PPC. Okay. The reason why you want to do this is because generally people care whether or not something is popular. When you increase the social proof of something, for instance, if you have 200 fans, then people say, oh, wow, there must be something to this because everybody else is click-liked as well. Now, remember, this is not a long-term plan. These fans are generally not going to be your ideal customer. They're basically just there in order to build up your social proof. So don't try to use this as a long-term strategy. All right, you're probably going to spend about $5 to $10 to get 25 to 200 fans. Sixth thing, what we're going to do is focus on Facebook advertising. Remember, simple messages work best. So Facebook actually has a PPC platform. The reason why this is very powerful is because their PPC platform can be cost per click or cost per view. What I recommend is focusing on cost per click until you figure out whether or not you're going to make more money with cost per view, and you'll know that by looking at the statistics. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to focus on your actual demographic. The power of Facebook advertising is the fact that you can actually parse down to the perfect customer for you. So what you do is you look at your customer records and you start to say, okay, well, this is my most ideal customer, and then we're going to focus and market to this person. Then we use a very simple message to get our point across to them. So for instance, click like if you love your benefit, click like to discover your benefit. Very, very simple. Remember, all we're looking for is for them to basically take a look a little bit further. So if they click like, that's good because now you can send out messages to them down the road because now they're in your update feed, and Facebook has an update process. So for instance, if you have a bunch of clients or customers or visitors clicking like, now when you send out a update, it goes out to their Facebook fan page wall. Right? It goes to their feed, actually, I'm sorry. And when it goes out to their feed, what we do is we focus on how to get that feed on their wall even higher up. We're going to go on that into a later slide. Now remember, your picture in your Facebook advertising is very, very important. This is probably the most important thing to test once you have a simple message. You want to make it eye-catchy, so you're going to test different variations. One of the experiments is if you do an orange or blue border around your picture, it's going to increase your click-through ratio by 15%. So I definitely suggest you try that first. Personal social networking. Now, what we're going to do here with this step is you're going to identify 5 Facebook groups where your customers and center of influence hang out. Now, your center of influence is basically the people who can refer more people to you. Okay, so what you're looking for instance, if you're a chiropractor, you're looking for people who are in physical therapy, massage therapy, people who also have people who are in pain. Okay, now that's your center of influence. Those are the people that you generally want to focus on. Okay, remember that you want to focus on quality, not quantity. You're looking for people of high influence. Okay. Now the other thing you can do is you can use LinkedIn, which is at linkedin.com. Now this video isn't about LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is a very powerful networking application or platform that you can use to search out people who have influence, who you can then say, hey, I have similar clients as you, and I'd like to discuss how we can synergize and make some money together. Then once you have a 5 or 6 or 7 different centers of influence, your business is really going to take it to the next level, especially in the next secret or tip that I'm going to show you. Okay, now here's how you're going to add them. You're basically going to say, for instance, if you go on Facebook and you look for groups, you type in chiropractic in the search bar, what you're going to do is say, okay, well, Facebook groups, I'm going to look up chiropractic. So then you look up chiropractic and you find people who are also in there, and you're just going to send them a message from your personal profile, and you're going to say, I noticed that we're both mentors of Chiropractics Unanimous, or whatever it is, and that's how you're going to build up your center of influence and also your customers. So this takes a little bit of time. Just basically take a minute and say, who are my best customers, where would they hang out, who are my centers of influence, where would they hang out, and then go find them. Now, the eighth thing you're going to do is you're actually going to focus on inviting your personal friends to your fan page. This is very, very powerful, and usually one of the most powerful things that you can do, because you probably have a lot of friends who know about your business, but they don't have an effective way of getting the word out to their friends and family. So what you do is you're only going to want to invite 50 people per day max. Okay, so what you're going to do is you just come down over here once you're on your page, once you're on your fan page, and you use your fan page with your account use as. So in the home on the right side, there's going to be a down arrow, which I showed you before. You click that, and it's going to say use as, use fan page as, and then you click that, and then it asks you which one of your fan pages you're going to use. Once you become the fan page that you're looking for, then you can go and you can invite your friends. So what you do is after you've clicked invite your friends, you only want to invite 50 people per day max. I suggest you do that every other month. Make sure that you stay logged into your account, and then click invite friends. Now the power of this is basically you want to make it a gift to be invited. So you're saying something along the lines of, hey, you're a really good friend of mine, therefore I thought maybe you might really enjoy something like this. Okay, just make it a gift. Say, hey, I thought of you. Hey, I knew that this is something that you would be interested in. Hey, I knew your back was hurting. So for instance, you just want to make it a gift. Make it something that they're excited to go and see, and they're excited to go and watch. The ninth way is to build a fan tribe. Now, your fan tribe is a very, very powerful strategy. Now, what you're looking for is the centers of influence, which you've discussed in the last step. Once you have the centers of influence, what you're going to do is you're going to build a fan tribe. And these are other professionals who can refer you business. Then you contact them and say, hey, I want to feature you on your page. And then you ask them to do the same for you. So for instance, if you have 5 people who are in your centers of influence and you're in different markets but you have similar customers, you could say, hey, you really need to check out Bob. He's an awesome masseuse, and I really think that it's going to help you after you get your chiropractic done with me. You send him over to Bob. Bob says, hey, you really need to check out Steve, because Steve is an amazing chiropractor, and I really think he's going to help you out after I get done doing your massages. So check him out. Bam. And so what you're doing is you're passing clients back and forth. This is absolutely one of the fastest and most powerful ways that I know of building a Facebook fan page clientele. Basically getting your fans up and getting your views going is what you're going to do. Is you find out who has all the people, and you figure out a way that you're going to get in front of them. If you need help with this step, go ahead and call my company and we can do this for you, and we'll discuss it. Now, so basically you just say cross-promote each other. This is Mike who has benefit. Check him out. And he's going to do the same for you. If you do that with 5 people, then what you have is 5 different what are called follow-up points, which is very, very powerful in the realm of marketing. Now, the 10th thing is you're going to do fan tribe sharing and commenting. Okay, so we're going to use those same people, and you're basically going to just start liking and sharing each other's content. So instead of sending out messages or liking their page and showing people, then what you're going to do is you're actually going to like their content. Okay, that's the 10th strategy. So for instance, if your masseuse says, hey, this is really important to masseuse, and he starts sending out fan page material to his people, then you're going to like it and share it to your people. And then he does that as well. So what happens is these customers and clients start seeing you from all different viewpoints, and they're passing on credibility from all different types of ways. And this is very, very, very powerful. I'm sure you've seen it in a lot of the marketing processes that really, really huge companies use. And that's why I'm sharing it with you today. So that way you can become one of those big companies. Now, what this does is it basically creates multiple follow-up points. So if I see your name on Monday, then I see your name on Wednesday, then I see your name on Friday from all different types of areas and all different credible sources, what happens is I start to take you a lot more seriously. So you want to make sure that you're capturing the emails and your sales process is efficient. Basically what happens is people are bringing in new customers for you and new fans and from all these different areas. You want to make sure that you're capturing the emails, because if you remember, we talked about capturing the database. And capturing the database is very, very important because it's the fastest way to be able to contact them, since the update, while effective, is not the most effective way. And so you also want to make sure that your sales process is very efficient. So what I do is I focus on the sales process, capturing the emails, we optimize everything, and then we start looking at ways that we can start generating more customers and clients, and I can help you with that as well. Now, you're going to integrate your referral system. Okay, so for instance, anytime you're getting referrals, you want to start using this fan tribe sharing and commenting, so that way when all these people start coming in from all these different areas, you're also generating referrals from doing the work. So in order to do that, basically you just ask for the referrals. So were you happy with the services? Yes, I was extremely happy with your services. Awesome. Can you see any reason why you wouldn't want to refer some people to me? No, I can't. Great. Who would you like to refer to me? And you just simply ask, and you'll be surprised. Very, very often people are excited and they're eager to refer you if you do a good job. The 11th step, or the 11th tip, is to social network as your page. So if you remember, I showed you how to become your page. Basically, you click the home, you go down, and you say, I want to use this as my page. So you like and comment on relevant groups and pages. Okay, so in this step, basically you're finding people who are similar to you. People who have your customers, people who are your centers of influence, and then you're going to add value to the conversation. So you're saying, hey, this is an awesome article. There's another thing I'd like to add. You just add the article, or you add the value, and then people are going to like and comment on your stuff, and then they're also going to check you out because you're using your Facebook fan page as the person who's commenting. So what you're doing is you're sharing your expertise, and you're building that credibility, that trust, that relationship with customers, and then they come and check you out. So the way to get started is to identify 10 fan pages in your industry and then comment on hot topics. Remember, think about the value that you're bringing, and then if you considerably or continually bring forth